Alright, I'm going to go over some of the electronics portion before you fully assemble BB-8 or the chassis or the drive. If you would, it's a bit easier to do some of the electronics now because you can flip the drive over and work on the underside. So what I have is a SparkMax controller. I have the DF Robot power module. This is a buck converter for the Beast, and then I have the Hobbywing buck converter for the rest of the drive. Okay, I terminated this with the MR60, same thing with this. End up changing the lengths a little bit. Some of these lengths will be changed on mine, but you might want to sort of set it in place and play with the lengths and get it exactly how you want. So what I did is I double stick taped the Hobbywing to the SparkMax and then the DF Robot to that. Another thing is on the SparkMax, you're going to want to set this one up. This one I have set for locked, where the other one you have for free spinning, because you want this wheel to spin and then just stop. So I have it locked, and I have the maximum set in there, but I also have it toned down on the transmitter. So I think on here I have it like 60%. You can do that, or you could leave it at 100 and do it all on the transmitter. The main thing is to make sure it's set for PWM and locked before you get started. I did remove the battery mount and the battery just because how I wanted my wires routed will be a little easier. So, a couple things you have off of here. I have going, so this is going to go to the battery. So this will get source voltage or 20 volts. So that goes 20 volts in here, and this will be the out to here. You are going to have to program that before you plug this in. You don't want to burn up the Beast. So I terminated those, and that I'm using as a junction to go to this Hobbywing. That I have set at like 8.4 or 7.8. It's 7.8 volts for that. And then that end is going up to the transmitter. Out of the speed controller, this end is going up to the transmitter as well. So they're going to get fed through this little hole. Everything else is going to sort of come around on the back side, and these are going to go around on the back. So there is 2 pieces of double stick tape, and I want it as far back and over as I can get it without interfering. So I'll pull off the tape and then sort of get it in place. I do have holes where it's going to get zip tied as well. So then I'll go down. This will also go down. This will come around this way. struggling a little with this. That fed around. So we kind of want it like that. And it's not quite as far back as we were. Oh crap. I totally forgot this guy. To get plugged in as well. All right. Don't want to clamp too tight with this one because of the circuit boards that you're going to press down on. You can go a little tighter because it's just around the spark max. And then, so both these, well, so I don't recommend shortening this cable because it is a not data, but it's the Hall sensors. So, and this guy's kind of short right here. I will have a servo extension going on to make it a little bit more usable instead of just that. Oh, we have those two. Do recommend getting some nice flush cuts. The ones that actually come with 3D printers aren't too bad to cut zip ties, so that way you don't scratch yourself or something on them. then we can go ahead and put this back in. Probably end up removing it and reinstalling it several times. If you are going to run a switch like this, you're going to want to wire it to that. So depending on what you want to do with the switch or powering it on, if you want to use the transmitter, that this is part of where the freedom of RC comes into play. And with this drive is you're not 100% stuck with this option or that option. There are so many different options for RC between power switches. If you want an external remote to turn it on, if you want to, you know, heck, you could design a sphere with a button on the side that turns it on and off. So there's plenty of options for that. Currently there is a switch here that's going to have to be flipped, but with the electronics there, you can't really flip it. But it's okay, you know, just needs to be turned on once. So I do have a spot here for a fuse if you want to add an external fuse holder. The cool thing is this is a smart dock, so supposedly if it sees a short or something, this will kind of power off for you. Just wanted to recommend doing that before we go ahead and put everything together, because it's a lot easier without the top half of the droid on there. And